Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a real talk on my new channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. New channel? What's happening to this channel? Calm yourself, dear, calm yourself. Nothing is happening to this channel. However, for those of you who want a little bit more Hexagon in your life, and let's face it, ladies, who doesn't, then I have some fantastic news for you. So, welcome to Real Talk. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, like 6 months ago or something like that. I do these very rarely. For those who don't know, it's a bit different from what I usually make, which is, me in front of the green screen with a camera and a script and hardcore editing. This is literally just me, raw, in front of the microphone, talking a bunch of bollocks while I have some nice little leftover gameplay captures for eye candy. It's kind of like a podcast in a way, really. Something you can listen to while you're on the toilet, or well, I'd appreciate it if you didn't listen to this on the toilet. Actually, that's a little bit strange. But anyway, some of you may have noticed that I've been a bit quiet lately, and whenever I'm quiet, it's not because I'm lazy, lounging around on a hammock somewhere in the middle of, some sort of tropical island. No, when I go quiet, it's because there's a trick up my sleeve, and that trick is, of course, this new channel. So, I have a new channel, and the link to that channel is in the description. And the first question you're probably asking is, well, why? What is this new channel for? What is it about? Why have you decided to make it? Well, in order to answer that question, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson. Now, I don't know how you found House Hexagon, right? But I'm going to guess that it was probably through Saints Row. Am I right? And the reason I say that is because before I started making Saints Row videos, this channel had around 200 subscribers or something like that. Which means that around 99% of you probably don't know what this channel was like before Saints Row. But to those of you who were here before Saints Row, you might remember something about House Hexagon, right? So originally, House Hexagon was not one channel. It was 3 channels, right? Some of you will remember this. It was Hex TV, Hex Radio, and Hex Games, right? It was 3 channels. And Hex TV was about real life stuff, right? So I would talk about real life events and things like that. Hex Radio was live commentary radio, and Hex Games was this channel. You know how I start every video with a hexagon that's kind of stylized to whatever the video is? Well, if you go back to the first video on this channel, it actually says Hex Games because it was just one of 3 channels. Those of you who have any experience with YouTube will probably be grimacing and having a bit of a giggle right now listening to that, because, for those of you who don't know, running a YouTube channel in the 2020s is a borderline impossible task as it is, because, I've talked about this in the past. The algorithm is rigged for corporate scumbags, YouTube does nothing to help its creators, and of course the platform is overpopulated, and there's so much choice, right? I mean, if you make a video, the chance of it getting recommended is incredibly slim. So, it's bad enough to grow 1 channel. Growing 2 channels is borderline impossible. But growing 3 channels, I mean, you've got a higher chance at, I don't know, finding a 4-leaf clover in the desert. It's borderline impossible. And so I quickly realized this, and I was like, okay, first of all, I am one man. There's no way I can run 3 channels. This is ridiculous. But number 2, they're not going to grow unless I focus on one of them. So I said, right, which one of these channels do I like best? TV, radio, or games? And I picked games because I love games. I love making reviews about old games from 20 years ago that no one but me actually cares about anymore. Shout out to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I love games. And dear listener, you love games as well, or else you wouldn't be here. And it's been alright, it's been going quite well. But I am a man who is never happy. I could one day want $1 million, the next day I could get it, and then I would want $2 million. I'm never happy. And so, as time goes by, I have been getting more and more frustrated with reality. And I know it's not just me. You see, dear listener, I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are. I don't know your race, your gender, your nationality, your religion, how much money you have. I have no idea about you at all. But I do know one thing, and this is one thing that me and you both have in common. I'm sure that you've noticed that in the last 10 years or so, the world has gone to hell in a handbasket, and that's putting it lightly. But, I say the world. It's not so much the world, it's the Western world. It's the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, European Union, Australia, and New Zealand. And it annoys me because I've kind of locked myself in, because I have so much to say and so much to show people, and I want to teach people certain things about the way that our world works. But I feel kind of boxed in and sort of closed and sort of chained in a way, because I'm stuck in the gaming sort of sphere. I can't linger out of that space too much. For quite a while, I thought back to Hex TV and I thought, I kind of wish that I still had Hex TV around. And so I thought, but would people really like that? Would people really like to see me talk about real life topics as opposed to gaming topics? And so I said, you know what, I'm going to do an experiment. And about 2 weeks ago, I said, right, I'm going to make a video that is completely unrelated to gaming in every single way. It never mentions games at all, pretty much. And I'm just going to upload it without warning. It won't be a serious topic, something not too political, something quite funny and laid back. And I'm just going to upload it and see what people think, right? And so I decided to make a video on Atlantis, right? Deep sea creatures, lost civilizations, sunken civilizations, and of course Atlantis, and going into what people think about it. Not a serious topic really, something laid back, something fun, but I made it just to see what people would think. And it turned out that it got overwhelmingly positive feedback. I saw some, by the way, to those of you who commented on that and left some very nice comments, thank you very much. I read them all. The common consensus, the response from it was, yeah, I wasn't expecting this, but it was pretty good, and then I should make more real life things. So I thought, right, well, that was a successful experiment. A lot of the real life things that I want to talk about can be quite serious topics. And you can't have a serious video that's sandwiched in between me talking about Saints Row dressed up in a purple Pimp Mac Daddy outfit. Do you know what I mean? You just can't do that. You have to separate games from reality. And so that's what I've decided to do. And so this channel is essentially Hex TV. It's back, and it's going to be me talking about real life topics. What kind of real life topics? All over the place. Political topics, spiritual topics, historical topics, anything that I think is interesting that I've learned. I want to present it to you in an even more interesting fashion than how I learned it. And I have some strange things in the vault that are ready to come out, let's put it that way. Here's the thing, I'm kind of shooting myself in the leg with this, because I know that, again, I'm still one man, I don't have a team. If I start making things for this new channel, it's going to affect this channel. It's a gamble, it's a risk, and it's one that probably isn't going to pay off. Because, as I said, the algorithm's rigged. It's very difficult to grow one channel, never mind two. And I've made a prediction that I don't think that the new channel is going to get even 100 subscribers within the first week or so. I think it's going to be kind of like this channel was, whereby it's going to be very, very difficult to grow, and because YouTube doesn't help you out. But again, the way I see it is, it's better off to have a smaller audience who are 100% interested in the things that you're going to make than putting things in front of people who haven't asked to see it. Do you know what I mean? The way I see it is, people subscribe to this channel to see gaming things, not real life things. And so, let's keep them separate. But my God, is this going to be an uphill battle? I am under no illusion that this is going to be easy, because, gosh, running one channel's hard enough, running two, Christ almighty. Why do I do this to myself? But again, passion can change. One day you might be interested in games, another day I might be interested in talking about a real life topic. Well, right now, I can't talk about the real life topics, I can only talk about the games, and that is lame, because I have a lot of things that I want to make on real life. I believe in life you have to, you have to follow what it is you're interested in, and if I don't start making, Hex TV stuff, real life productions, then all that's going to end up happening is I'm going to seep a lot of my political frustrations into the gaming stuff, and that's not going to be fun for anyone. And I've been doing that a lot lately. I don't think I've made a video in the last few months that hasn't referenced how much I despise Joe Biden. Do you know? Like, it comes out, and that's not fun for anyone. Well, I'm sure it is. I at least try to make my political grievances slightly humorous. But yeah, you know, I'll end up doing a review about, I don't know, lemmings and end up going on a rant about communism. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this new channel, it's kind of like me unchained, unshackled, the gloves are off. You know, I can talk about any topic without it having to relate to games. So, you know, it's quite liberating. So, if you liked the Atlantis production, or if you've liked some of my Deus Ex things, if you liked how I talked about Saints Row Let's Get Political, you know, that did very well, where I kind of broke down the 2008 Lehman Brothers crash and how that kind of started wokeness off in corporate America. You know, if you kind of like those kind of things, you're going to love this. Or you're absolutely going to love this. Another reason why I've had to make this channel is because some of the things are going to be so unbelievably batshit that if I uploaded them to this channel, you'd think I've lost my mind. Like, this is serious next level stuff, folks. This isn't like, you know, Biden's a fool, Trump's a tramp. No, this is like, you know, this is breaking down our society's institutions. You know, this is like, you know, you're jumping into the ocean and you're entering like the Twilight Zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no submarine going back. So yeah, there we go. I don't want to yap on forever, but yeah. All right, enjoy. And yeah, I hope you're doing all right. Winter's coming to an end. I like winter. It's my favorite season. You know, I like the cold. I hate summer. Summers are getting hotter than ever before. Is it just me who's noticed that? Like when it gets like June, July, oh my god. You know, my office is like it's like a radiator. It's absolutely atrocious. So I'm quite upset that winter's coming to an end. I envy those of you who live in like Finland. Those of you who live in like really cold countries, because gosh, I love the snow. Never snows here anymore in Britain. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm talking about snow either. Anyway, fare thee well. I'll see you next time.